I mean, just listening to you. I mean, it's you're eating and you're sleeping and you're breathing entrepreneurism through and through. So I mean, I love hearing that. First of all, right? So I think one of the key things that you said was essentially like being focused and optimizing, and I think all of these different keywords that you're utilizing in this conversation. I would think that you're really studious as well too. So are you reading any books or have you read any books in your early part of your career that kind of helped you to get to where you are currently?
Yeah, great question. I have read a few books. I am not I would not say that I'm well read by any means. It's been a challenge put back on me by some of my peers and some of my advisors and people I look up to is like, hey, I just have so many things that I'm doing that I make excuses for myself as to why I don't have time to read. But I live now about 20 minutes from our office building that's under construction right now. And when that stops, my plan, or when we can move in, my plan is I'll have 40 minutes in the car every at least 4 days a week. And so I plan to listen to more podcasts, listen to audiobooks, things like that. When I am in the car, I am listening to audiobooks, and the most recent one that I'm in is Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. I'm about halfway through it. Super long book, but really worth it. It's all about investing your money wisely, and that's kind of another journey I'm on right now. Is okay, we're making money. What do I do with this money? So that's the current journey, and that's why I'm reading that book. In the past, though, the other question is a really good one is the formative books. Tyler and I read Building a Story Brand by Don Miller and Start With Why by Simon Sinek at the same time during the time that we were raising money for Vortic. And we used those two books to rebuild all of our marketing, all of our storytelling. Our homepage of our website is still the same as after we read those books. If you go to vorticwatches.com and you scroll down, you'll literally see the words, what we do, why we do it, and how to buy it. And then there's a little description under it answering that question and a button so that you can go buy it. And that's all right at the top. Don Miller, I think, says above the fold. And so we read those two books, and Start With Why is huge, for storytelling and just like people understanding not just what you do and how you do it, but why you do it. And then Building a Story Brand. I mean, I listen to his podcast and I'm just like a super fan of Don Miller. Like, you know, I think he even says that like he's not saying anything that nobody already kind of like knows. He's just putting it into a way that we can actually use that and build a story brand out of the companies and the brands that we have.
Nice, nice.